Hello everyone, this is Mike Sawatsky from Thunder Bay, Ontario, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about Humminbird fish finders. I get a lot of customers in the store asking me what's the difference between all the different models and which model should they buy. So I decided I'd set up a bunch on a table here and just kind of start to go through them and try to make it a little simpler for you when you purchase your next fish finder. And hey, Christmas is coming, so maybe you know someone who is interested in one. So take a look here. We've got, this is the Helix series. So this is a Helix 5, then it goes Helix 7, Helix 9, Helix 10, and then Helix 12. Okay? So really the numbers here are in reference to the size of the screen. So a Helix 5 is a 5-inch screen, 7-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch, and 12-inch. So they get bigger and they become easier to read, and you get more history on your screen at one time. Now, the nice thing with Humminbird is their units operate the same going from the 5 to the 12. So once you know how to work one, really you know how to work all of them, which is phenomenal. Makes the learning curve a lot quicker. So in the 5 series, you know, we've got different models of fish finder in each series. Now, I don't have every model available right now. It's the off season. We don't have our booking in for 2018, but with each model, I'll kind of go through it and show you what's available for each, and then you'll see what the differences are, and then we can talk a little bit about which one you should get, because everyone asks that next. So the Helix 5 is where it starts, and it's a 5-inch screen. Now this is a sonar unit only, so it does not have GPS, it's just sonar. Works great for entry level, works great for the bow of the boat, where you may not need GPS, you just want fish finder. You can also get this in a GPS sonar model. You can get it in a GPS sonar with down imaging, and you can also get it with side imaging. Very nice entry-level unit. GPS unit on these, they do allow you to take a card if you want to put a chip in for some of the lakes that you might fish. Okay. If you want to step it up just a little bit, make it a little nicer, you can go to the Helix 7. Now the 7 pretty much does everything that the 5 does, it's just in a 7-inch screen. So nice option, not that much more money, but gets you a much bigger screen. So with the 7, you do have to be careful, because in the 7 series we have 2 different models. When you go in and you're looking at these, you're going to see this is a G2 and this is a G2N. So the N stands for networking, and what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to connect 2 fish finders together, possibly a fish finder and an iPilot with the Minn Kota iPilot. It's going to allow you to network and have these units talk to each other. So when you're looking at the 7 series, really decide whether you're going to connect this to another unit, or you're just going to have a standalone unit and you don't care if they talk and share waypoints and share data. So we tend to use the G2N a lot on the bow of a boat for someone who's connected with a Helix 9, 10, or 12, or possibly even just another 7. But someone who wants to share waypoints from the front of the boat to the back of the boat, or someone who wants to run that new Minn Kota iPilot link and wants to link it to their unit. Okay? When you go to the 9, you start to get into, so one thing I want to talk about here before we go any further. When you're into 2D sonar, with these, with all these, you're going to have an 83 and a 200 kilohertz transducer. When you start to get into down imaging and side imaging, in the Helix 7 for side imaging, we have a 455 kilohertz side imaging transducer. So it's the standard definition transducer. Now when you move up into the Helix 9, 10, or 12, you've got to be a little bit careful again, because there are 2 different models of units. There's the older units and then there's the new G2 units. So with the older units, which these happen to all be last year's model, they have the high definition transducer in the 10 and the 12, which is a 455 and an 800 kilohertz. The 9 still had just the 455 like the 7. So when you go from last year's units from the 9 to the 10 in side imaging, there was a big difference with the transducer. You do get a high definition transducer on the 10. Now in 2018 we have the Mega unit. So the 9, 10, and 12 side imaging Mega transducer, which is chirp sonar. So they all have the same transducer in 2018. So that kind of goes through the different units, right? Now in the 7, the 9, the 10, and the 12, you can get these in GPS sonar. You can get them in GPS sonar down imaging, or you can go all the way and go GPS sonar, down imaging, and side imaging. So when you go with a side imaging unit, you get every single technology. And I will say we sell more side imaging units than anything. Most people that are going to put a good unit on their boat, they want side imaging. So side imaging allows you to go out the side of the boat. So instead of just showing you what's below the boat when you run over here, you know, it's going to show you 460 feet, 230 out each side of the boat. Now typically when I'm running mine, I run anywhere from about 100 to 150 out each side. That I find is good. It gives me good detail. It's not too much information on the screen, and I can get a really good picture. So, you know, these technologies are there to help you find the fish quicker and put more fish in the boat. So a lot of people are going to ask, how much money should I spend on a fish finder? To me, I always say you should spend as much money as you feel comfortable that your budget allows. You know, it all depends on how much you fish. Personally, I use the 10s. I've got a few of these on my boat. I really like that size screen for side imaging. It works really well for me. I'm able to network those together so I can share information back and forth. Side imaging on a 5, I find that screen small. Personally, I find it too small. We don't sell very many of the 5s in the side imaging. I typically recommend people who are looking to get into side imaging to start at the 7, at the Helix 7. So I can't remember, but you know, retails for $9.49. So you don't have to spend a fortune to get a good side imaging unit anymore. But the 7's a very nice place to start. So one thing I will say, right now here at North Country Cycling Sports, that's where I work, we've got this unit on sale just up until Christmas. It's $9.49. I've got this unit on sale for $8.75. So if anyone's looking for a Christmas present for, you know, that special someone, that might be something they want to look at. Also, I'm going to put a couple other units on sale. I'm going to put the Helix 10 on sale. Now these are the 2017 non-mega 10s, okay? This is a KVD edition, so it's a special edition. It comes with a few baits, the red, which is a nice look. I've got that unit retails for $18.99. I've got it on for $100 off at $17.99, so fabulous deal there. And then the one everyone wants is the Helix 12. These retail for $2,900. Now this Helix 12 is a chirp, it's just not the mega chirp. I've got this on sale for $24.99. So if you really want to make someone happy this Christmas, the Helix 12 is where it's at, let's be honest. So if you have any questions or you want to know anything about the technology inside these units, how to use them, how to go into your menus and set them up with the settings, feel free to reach out to me, comment in this post, PM me directly. I would love to help you guys out, and let me know if you have any other questions. If you know anyone who this might help, please feel free to share this video with them, tag them in it. You know, that's great. So anyways, you guys have a great day, and thanks for checking out my video.